Today, hello, this is the Wise Owl 2 coming at you from See Where I Live. Today, I would like to teach this video on for beginners in chemistry, the atomic, the chemical symbols, not the atomic number, the chemical symbols for beginners in chemistry, or anyone who wants to learn about chemistry who has not yet taken a class, or anybody at all, a child, an adult, anybody who's interested in learning about chemistry. I think the best way to understand chemistry first is to learn about the periodic table of elements, like always, but also to learn firstly from the periodic table of elements the chemical symbols of the element's name. And the only way to learn that is to look around you. All around you there's nothing but symbols around all of us, on labels of food products, brand names from shoes and clothing, and it's just look around you. Signs all contains chemical symbols, okay, of the element's name. Let's take, for example, cosmic, capital C-O-S-M-I-C, brownies, capital B-R-O-W-N-I-E-S, cosmic brownies. That's all made up of chemical symbols, okay? I want to start first to show you the chemical symbols contained in cosmic and then in brownies. Okay, so next time you go to the store or you see a box of cosmic brownies, you can just point to each chemical symbol or a pair of chemical symbols and just name them. That's the only way for you to learn about chemical symbols, is to make a habit of repeating it, of pointing to it, like a parakeet. If you keep repeating to a parakeet a certain word, sooner or later the parakeet will repeat the word. Same thing. The more you study something, the more it'll come to you naturally. So every time you see brownies or cosmic brownie, even the word with, chocolate, or even the sentence with, chocolate, chip, candy, all that has chemical symbols. So cosmic brownies with chocolate, chip, candy is all chemical symbol. But today I'm just going to go for cosmic and brownie. Let me show you by breaking down cosmic first. Okay? We have cosmic, which is C-O-S-M-I-C. Okay, that's very good. But if we break it down to chemical symbols, we can change it two ways. You got to discover first if there's more than one way to break down chemical symbols. Pick a word like cosmic, and use. For example, cosmic can be broken down two ways. You can have a capital C, a capital O, a capital S and a small m, a capital I and a capital C. Or you can have it down this way: capital C with a small o, capital S with a small m, capital I, capital C. You must, in the beginning, always pick one way and keep it for a long time before you get confused. Always, when you're first learning how to read chemical symbols, it's good to use one way. If you use both ways, you have to be better at what you do and make sure you don't have to write it down the right way. And I'll let you know. Let's take it, for example, cosmic, capital C, capital O, capital S, small m, I, and C. Okay, capital C, we all know, is the chemical symbol for the element's name of carbon, capital C-A-R-B-O-N. We know that O is the chemical symbol for the element's name of oxygen, capital O-X-Y-G-E-N. Now we come with two letters representing a chemical symbol. In the periodic table of elements and in chemistry, we have two letters representing a chemical symbol. The first letter is capitalized, and the second letter is a lowercase letter. So we have a capital S and a small m, which is a chemical symbol for the element's name of samarium. Samarium. Capital SAMARIUM. Okay? Then we got capital I for iodine. The chemical symbol for iodine is I, and the element name of iodine is capital IODINE. Then we got the C, capital C, which is carbon. We know that because we have carbon up here. We have a C up here, and we have a C down here for cosmic, which is the chemical symbol for element's name of carbon, capital CARBON. Now, if you go this way, it's good for beginners. It's a good way to learn how to start to use double letters to represent chemical symbols. However, there's another way you can use. We can use the capital C and the small O. Okay, the capital C and the small O is for cardboard. Capital S and the small M is for samarium. Capital I is for iodine. Capital C is for carbon. We already know S, what the SM stands for. We know what the I stands for, and we know what the C stands for up here. See? It's all the same. But here, although we separate the capital C and the O, now we're going to put it together. So now we got to make the capital C and the O becomes a small lowercase o. So we get capital C and a small o. And that is a chemical symbol for cobalt. Capital C O BALT. And we got capital SM for samarium. And we got capital I, chemical symbol for the element's name of iodine, capital IODINE. And we got C for carbon, capital CARBON. Okay, now we can hit Brownie. Now to hit Brownie, we can do it two ways. And that is, we can do the same thing we do with the CO and cosmic. We got to take the N and the I for nickel, capital N, and the small I for nickel, or we can have a capital N and a capital I. Capital N for nitrogen, capital I for iodine. Here's one way. You should always pick one way to remember in the beginning. We got capital B and a small r it's a chemical symbol for bromine, or bromine. Depends how you want to pronounce it. Bromine. And you got capital O is for oxygen. Now bromine is spelled capital BROMINE. Oxygen is spelled capital OXYGEN. We got W. Now be careful because although you have a chemical symbol with one letter, that letter may not be the same spelling as the first letter of the element's name. Capital W is a foreign word. It's foreign. And it is a chemical symbol for tungsten. You see how tungsten is spelled capital TUNGSTEN. So be careful. Even though tungsten is a capital T, the chemical symbol is a capital W. Then we got capital N and a small I. That's the way it's written in chemistry. And capital N and a small I is the symbol, the chemical symbol for nickel. Capital NICKEL, nickel. Then we got capital E and the S. As you can see right here, we got the capital, we got the NI, we got the capital E and the small s. We have to change that to a capital E, of course. And that stands for Einsteinium. Okay? See here? Capital E and the small s is the chemical symbol for the element's name of Einsteinium. Capital EINSTEINIUM. Now that's one way you can do it. Another way you can do this is to separate the N and the I. Everything remains the same except for the N and the I. See the N and the I from Brownie? Everything remains the same except for the N. The capital N and the I Okay, now let me see if I can. You see how here the capital N and the small I is the chemical symbol for nickel. Ni, capital NiCkel. But if you separate the N and the I, now we got nitrogen, capital Nitrogen, and iodine, capital Iodine. So you have to pick which way you're going to study in the beginning. Are you going to use bromine, oxygen, tungsten, nickel, and astanium for brownie, or are you going to use bromine, oxygen, tungsten, nitrogen, iodine, astanium? Pick one or the other way, okay? I will pick this one first if you're beginning your studies into chemistry, and then go to here. All right, because you have doubles here. All right. Okay. So now we got the whole thing now. So cosmic brownie. So now we have it. The cosmic brownie, as it is written. I need a bit of light. I have a light system here. Let me see if I can put a light here. The lightness is not too good. I don't got a bit of light here. Can you see it? And now we have it, okay? I gotta get a bit of light. Can you see it? There we go. And here's brownie. Okay? I'm doing this so I don't want to write all this down in my description box. It's just too much trouble. See? Just know that Ni, capital N, and capital I can become capital N and a small I. Okay? They become nitrogen and iodine. And then you got the W. Be careful. W is the chemical symbol for tungsten, which begins with a capital T. Be careful, all right? Be careful with tungsten, all right? And if you look at here, we even have tungsten here. See the W for width? W, width. There's a capital W for tungsten, capital I for iodine, capital T and a small H for thorium. We got chocolate, capital C for carbon, H for hydrogen, O for oxygen, or we can have a capital H and a small O for chromium. You got carbon, C, you got oxygen, or you got capital C and a small O for cobalt. You got capital L and a small A for lanthanum, and you got Te for tellurium. And then you got you could do the same thing here: candy, chips. Once you know how to read chemical symbols in one place, you can read chemical symbols all around. You see how I just did it? I read the whole thing just now in chemical symbols, right here. So learn little by little, and then you can just do it automatically. Okay? All right. The Ca. Capital C and a small a for candy, you know that's for calcium. Okay, then you have the Dn, and then you have the N, capital N for nitrogen, the Dy for dysprosium, and all that kind of stuff. But first do the cosmic, and then do the brownie, okay? And then go from there. Once you know how to do cosmic brownie, the rest will be very easy. Whenever you see a C or a W or a M or whatever you see, you know, okay? You know that if you say www dot, you know that's tungsten, right? Tungsten. Okay? And stuff like that, all right? You know W-O, whoa. Okay, whoa is tungsten, W for tungsten, and O for oxygen. That's it. Very easily, okay? So now you know that brownie, cosmic brownie, okay, are all chemical symbols. You have a good day, and keep studying, because every time you go to a store or you see a brownie or you're going to eat a brownie, spell it, and in your head just break it all down to chemical symbols. You do that, and you're ready to look around you and see all kind of chemical symbols. There's nothing that you don't know about the periodic table of elements when it comes to cosmic. When it comes to chemical symbols. All right. I made videos on the periodic table of elements. Just go to chemistry and then periodic table of elements. I'm there too, okay? with the periodic table of elements. I got more stuff there, and I got more chemical symbols, atomic number, and I got all kind of stuff there waiting for you to learn and study. All right? Have a good day. This is Wise Owl 2 coming at you from the city where I live. Over and out.